cream-colored linen suit and Panama hat, stood mystified in the flagged open space in front of Bath Abbey. The west front, with Christ in majesty above the heavenly host and the ascending angels, was lost on Professor Joe Dugan. For the past 10 minutes he had paced the perimeter of the square, staring at the shop fronts, oblivious of the people at the cafe tables, the crocodile files of children waiting to tour the abbey, and the crowds cheering the buskers juggling with flaming torches. Shaking his head, he went over to one of the benches in the centre, where a woman was cooling off with an ice cream. "These people, Donna." "What do you expect in the middle of August?" said his wife, pencil-thin and with a faint blue tinge cast by her great kingfisher-coloured straw hat from Selfridge's. "You're going to get tourists any place this time of year." "Not the tourists." The professor took off his Polaroids and gave them a wipe. "I was making a point about the entire British nation." "So what's the problem?" "The crazy way they use numbers. You walk into a store and ask for something, and they point upstairs and tell you it's on the first floor." "The first floor is the ground floor in this country," his wife said. "The second floor is the first floor. I don't have any problem with that." I know, I'm just remarking on the logic or absence of it. This place is the Abbey churchyard, am I right? Am I reading the map right, Donna?" "It says so on the sign over there, Joe." "Okay, we agree on that. The Abbey churchyard. I can overlook the fact that it doesn't look one bit like a churchyard." "There must have been tombs here one time," said Donna. "Uh-huh. We could be right over someone's grave." "Maybe." Now that it had been drawn to Donna's attention, she didn't like it. "I'm eating an ice cream, and there could be a dead person under here." Joe carried on as if he had not heard. "I don't understand the way they number the houses, when they number them at all. That's number 6 over there." He was pointing to the opticians under the Georgian colonnade at the entrance to the yard. "It has no number that I can see, but the lady inside told me it's definitely 6. And the restaurant next door is 7. Terrific. They actually have a number over the entrance. The English Teddy Bear Company must be 8. Abbey Galleries is 9. We have rising numbers, right?" Donna indulged him with a nod. Joe came to the crux. "So, what do they do with number 5, Abbey Churchyard? Do you see it?" Donna turned her head through the limit of its movement. "Honey, I don't believe number 5 is here." Joe said with all the authority of Dodge, professor of English at Columbus University, "It has to be here someplace. They wouldn't start with number 6 if they don't have 1 through 5, would they?" Donna gave a shrug. "This is England. Maybe they would." Joe sighed. "Is it possible they lost some buildings?" "Lost them? How would they do that?" "The war?" "That was half a century ago. Don't you think after 50 years they'd change the numbers if some shops were taken out in the war?" "Want to bet?" Joe seemed to be accepting defeat. Donna took another look around. Behind her, the 18th-century pump room and the entrance to the Roman baths extended along the entire south side, a grand design of columns, pediments, and balustrades. "All these places look old to me." Joe slumped onto the seat beside Donna and was silent for some time. The activity around them continued. Appreciative screams rewarded an exceptional feat of juggling. A woman holding aloft a walking stick with a blue scarf tied to it was addressing a group of tourists, pointing out the features of the Abbey front. Donna said, "You could ask the guide over there." "I already did." "And?" "She doesn't know, or doesn't want me to know." "This is not information they like to give out." "Don't ask me why. They don't list it in the guidebooks. It isn't in any of the histories we bought in the book town."